Kitty said to me that I am going to tell a story about Jonah the whale. Jonah and the big whale. I'm very excited to meet you all guys for the first time here in the Bible story. I'm really excited to be the storyteller. So Candice will tell the characters. She's also excited because we already have the recorder lesson. Now we just want to have a break to have Jonah and the whale story. We'll just take a rest here while we're waiting for Candice. It'll not be so long. I'm here! La, 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 la. Okay. Tell the characters. And I'm really happy to see you. Hi guys! I'm really excited! Kenny will be the storyteller. And she's also excited. He told me. Okay, now let's see the characters. This is Jonah. Hi, I am Jonah. Then Cookie is God, but she will not show up. This is the Old Testament. We'll start right now. Once upon a time, there's Jonah. Hi, I am Jonah. Jonah lived in a simple life in a small village. Oh, wow. Hi. But one day, Jonah heard a voice that seemed to come from nowhere. He said, Jonah, you'll be my prophet. Prophet means believer of God, or God is your God. It said, but he could see no one. Then the voice speak again. Then Jonah knew that it was the voice of God. Wow, that's really interesting. Let's move on next. Okay? Next part. Go to the city of Nevia. I think it's Nevia. Nevia. And tell the people that they're very naughty and wicked. That God told them that if they don't change their ways, they will damage the sea. Jonah was shocked. Me? Why me? Yeah. He thought, God wants me to leave. God wants me to go all the way to Libya? Who would listen to an important Israelite like me? He didn't care about the liberties, their wickedness, or their city. Said Candy. And he thought they deserved to be punished by God. Chose to be punished by God. Why God have chosen me? Why God have chosen him? It must be wrong. Jonah planned to ignore the voice, but God cannot be ignored. Ignored means you don't care about what they're saying. Yeah, and that's it. Okay, now the next part. We are going to go next. Jonah, hurry yourself. Get to Libya. Jonah gathered some food and water for the journey. But he felt a bit worried in the cross. The same, he kept running. To his mind, he said, I don't want to get involved in Liberty's problems. I just want to be alone. Jonah decided to run away and avoid doing God's work. And God said to him. So he left his home, but he didn't set out to Libya. Instead, he headed to Jopia, the seaport. And got on the ship that was going to perish. Maybe God won't notice that I'm going to the wrong direction, Jonah thought. By the time he was going to perish, it will be means. In this bunk, Jonah shivered means brrr, knowing God that had sent the storm because he didn't done what God had told him to do. Jonah got out of his bed and girded up to the deck. Hey, what's wrong? Dad! Up to the deck. Okay. Partial waves were breaking right across the ship. And the sailors were clinging for their life because they're so scared that their life will get out. Means they will pass out. They're scared. And then when Jonah saw how frightened they were, he was really guilty. This is all my fault, he shouted above the roar of the ocean. I made God angry. Throw me aboard and save yourselves. So they threw him aboard. At first, the captain refused to throw his passenger aboard. But when the sea became wilder, means the sea made it dangerous, he leashed the decks. Its bitter winds tore the sailors. Desperate to have their lives, the sailors banished Jonah into the cold sea. God, help me! Jonah cried as he fell. Water closed on Jonah's head. He filled his nose and mouth. He rose to the surface, coughing and spluttering. All through, he was frightened. Frightened means scared. He could see that the sea was growing calmer and the wind was dying down. The hail had stopped. Thank goodness, said Jonah. Whatever happens to me, the ship and all the sailors are safe. Oh, it's so nice. Now, next, Jonah was in the water. Wow! Suddenly, Jonah found himself stuck in the darkness. I'm gonna drown, he thought. Oh no, I think Jonah's gonna die. But when he go back to the water, he will die, I guess. He stretched down his arms as he floated down, and he felt soft warm walls are around him. In a panic, he kicked his legs and failed in his arms, but he was pulled further down. At last, Jonah landed on something soft and something scattered on his feet. Where am I? He whispered. Looking around, he saw a vast, dim cavern that smelled like fish. Not a fish. A thin pair of lights was shining from above, and Jonah looked up as he saw a hole high over his head. Then he felt cavern move, and he realized that the truth was flash amazement. Jonah has swallowed by a whale! Wow! God has sent his prophet alone and helpless in the sea. He pleased that Jonah has surfaced himself to save the sailors. So he had sent the whale to keep Jonah safe. Kneeling down, Jonah spoke to God. I'm sorry for disobeying you, he said. Please let me out from here. There is no voice. But Jonah beat his hand against the side of the whale. He could not escape. Jonah lay inside for the whale for 3 days, 3 nights. He was tired, wet, and cold. He felt weak with hunger and thirst. Worst of all, he gripped by fear. What if he were stuck in the wheel forever? What's God's plan for him? At last, Jonah shut his eyes and prayed. God, I'm ready, he whispered into darkness. I will gladly do what you ask. Okay, next part. I think it's the last part. Yeah. Okay. No, it's not the last part. Suddenly, it's the last part. Suddenly, everyone started to shake, and the light flooded in the cavern. Jonah squeaked his eyes as shut, his tumbled his head over heels through the whale. What is happening? He cried. When Jonah opened his eyes, he lay on the soft, warm sand. The whale had thrown him to dry land. Then he heard God's voice again. Go to the city of Nineveh, said Jonah. Jonah, said God, do what I ask you to do. I will, okay, God. And then he moved his feet away. Then he go to Nineveh. Then he told the people that if they don't change their ways, they will damage the city. Then God was really happy. Now, Jonah is good and not disobeying God's plans. Okay, what's the verse? Yeah, sorry, it must be a long time. It is 14 minutes already. Okay. Dominique, you can give the verse. You can give the verse for a long time. Okay. You cannot ignore God and His plans. You have to follow God and obey Him always. Do not ignore Him.